Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of my knitting podcast, a Romanian knitter in Norway. I don't know the number of the episode, but it doesn't matter. For those of you who are new, welcome. For those of you who are coming back, welcome back. It's been a while. It's been a very stressful few weeks. And I am here today to talk about all the projects I have on my needles and to tell you that starting now I will try to make an episode at the end of every week. And I hope you will support me because I need help. I need to clear my needles. I have almost 20 projects on my needles. A few of them are small, but I don't think I have ever had so many projects on my needles. If you hear something, it's just my dog. Okay, and I will start immediately with the first project I have on my needles to talk about. This is a mess and it's intentional. I mean, I have not done this mess just to show you that it's a mess. But sometimes I think we in knitting podcast, we are showing the beautiful side of the things, but the reality is actually this mess. And this is my reality. Let's start with a project that I have been working this morning. And it's a self-drafted vest. And I'm using yarn that I had in my stash for maybe 1 year. First of all, this is a bottom-up construction. I am in my vest era. I'm kind of obsessed with this. For this project, I'm using 3mm needles. It is a bottom-up construction. It is a 2-color project. And the green strand is actually 2 strands together. It's one lace strand wool, kind of similar with Holz garn. But I don't know what brand is this. It's a Con one. It's a British one, but I don't know what brand is because the store I got it doesn't say. There is no label. And I'm holding this together with one strand of Isayer Alpaca 1, and this is the color, what color is this? Forest green. So this is actually the contrasting color. And then I'm holding 2 strands of Shetland wool lace, 2-ply. This is a 2-ply. And this is something I got last summer in Sweden. There is a yarn store, very popular on Instagram, and it's called 60 Garne Nord. It's in Göteborg. This is just the beige color. It's nothing special until now. Actually, I'm quite annoyed with this. So I got 8 balls last summer. Each ball has 200 meters. And so far, this is my 3rd and 4th one. And 1 ball out of 2 has the yarn breaked in dozen of places, which means I have a very hard job to watch one of the strands, which one I never know, and to make a knot. Actually, I'm not making a knot. I'm using a needle strand, a tapestry needle, and I'm grabbing with a tapestry needle one strand and trying to pull this strand into the other one, and then pull the yarns. And for, I don't know, 10-20 stitches, I am working with like 3 strands instead of 2, and this saved me of making knots. So this is driving me crazy, but it is what it is. I need to work with this yarn as poorly as it is. Regarding the motif, I'm finally using all of the books I have been gathering over the years. And this one, just let me check if this is the book. No, it's not for this project. It's from Mary J. Mucklestone. And I think from this one I got a motif. It's 150 Scandinavian knitting designs. It's like a stitch dictionary or motif dictionary, and I'm doing the motif from the page 52 is the motif number 10, and it's this one here. It's a very simple, easy one, no float to catch. It's a multiple of 8 stitches and 8 rows, and yeah, it's working very, very nice. I have one regret, because if you can see here, in between motifs on the vertical side, I should have done 2 rows in the main color, which for me is the beige, just because I think the 2 rows instead of 1, what I am doing now, would have give a more definition to this, but there is no way I will change something about it, so I keep going like this. I am very close, maybe 4 centimeters before splitting and continuing with the back and the front separately. I am not happy with my hem, and I should have followed my instincts. So this hem, it started bottom up, and I've made a tubular cast on, and then I continue in 1 by 1 ribbing. However, after I will finish the vest with also the neckline and the ribbing for the opening arms, I will go back to this hem, pick up stitches, cut what I have done here, and do a double folded, because for vests, especially for vests, because they are not that heavy, I think they need a bit more help, a bit more structure, so they will layer perfectly, or as perfect as possible. So this hem here, it will not work, especially on long term. So yeah, I'm using 3mm needles, and yeah, I'm just improvising as I go, and I hope to have a new vest soon in my wardrobe, because I love them. I love vests, and since I started to build my knitting wardrobe, or my knitted wardrobe, I just never had time to make vests, because there was always a cardigan that I wanted or a sweater. And now I think I reached enough cardigan numbers and sweaters, so I can take a step back and not doing of those that many, and make more vests. Also, I recently went through all the yarns I have in my stash, the ones that I got for me and the ones that I have left over from children projects since I was knitting for professional photographers. And I realized that I have a lot of yarn quantities that are not sweater quantities enough or cardigans enough. So I can very well self-draft a lot of vests, which I am planning, of course. Okay, this was project number 1. Project number 2, which is very close to be finished, and to be honest, I don't even enjoy this project anymore. It is make along that I am doing with some Romanian knitters, and this is the Ingrid pullover by Petit Knit, and I'm knitting this in a yarn from Hillesvåg, a Norwegian producer, that is called Ask. This is not my first project with this yarn. It is one of my to-go yarns. Very nice to knit with, very versatile. It is a sport weight, but I would say it's more toward a DK, even if the meterage is for a sport weight yarn, but it behaves also like a DK, depending on your project, on the texture, and of course on the needle numbers you are using. So this is the Ingrid. This is my third Ingrid. I don't have the first one I've made because I rip it back and reused or repurposed the yarn. And I have another one, my second one, which is an oversized version. And I've made this one in size 2 using needles 3mm. I have black jeans and everything is catching on them anyway. So size 2 needle 3.5, and I am very close to finish the second sleeve. I actually just finished with the decreases, so now I only have to make this 2x2 ribbing panel and then the cuff. But this took a lot of time. So I started this in September 15th, 2025, and it was supposed to be finished in December 15th, 2025. But because of me, we are already in April 2026 and we will finish this soon. So I will be more than happy to finish this. To be honest, I don't feel motivated now to wear this, but I hope with washing and blocking and trying this on with dresses to kind of fall in love again with this project, but we shall see. So there is not that much to say about it, just that, my God, I cannot wait the moment I can consider this a finished project. So this was the project number 2. Now let's continue because I have even more to show you, and I just have to, just a second. I'm sorry if I am turned around. I started a vest, and I will put a picture on the screen because I don't want to look for the book now. It's from the Rowan magazine, number 76. It is a vest with a V-neck. It is bottom up and is made by pieces, and it's a colorwork piece. Now, I am using again stash yarns, and I will run out of at least one of the colors. So, but let me show you first the project because I'm working at the back, but I took a break from it. I don't even know how to show you this. So this is the back. It is roll up, so it's very difficult to show you. It's a very easy project. It's easy color work. I'm afraid, but this will stretch. My tension does not look the best. But it's a very nice project, very easy to follow. Well, considering there is a back and forth color work, maybe it's not that comfortable, but I keep doing these projects in color work back and forth, so it starts to feel like, okay, that's just stockinette stitch, you know, only that I'm using more colors. If I remember correctly, I'm doing size 2. And I think it will be very beautiful. The main color, it is Rauma Finul from Rauma Garn. And this is the color 414. Is this almost charcoal gray. And then my contrasting colors are 2 yarns that they don't produce anymore from Sannes Garn. It's this pink, pinkish lilac. It's spurt. This was a Klompelompe line yarn, which is like a small division from Sannes Garn, but they don't produce this yarn anymore. And another contrasting color, it's also spurt, but in this sage green, and this was the color 2431. It doesn't even matter because they don't produce it anymore. So these 3. Now the problem is that I only had 1 of these and 2 of these, and they will finish. Now I am decided to use my leftover and what I have in my stash. And being a color work, I don't think it matters if this one later will be a lighter one and this one later will be a much green one, you know. I don't have them with me, and I won't try to figure out where I put them. I'm not. I will show you when I will come back to this project in another episode. However, as I've said, I have, I think, almost 2 more of these, but it's actually the same color, but they are different dye lots. And regarding this one, I don't have any more in my stash, but I have a knitting for olive. Don't know what color is this because it's sitting in my stash, I think for 8 years, without any exaggeration. At least 6, at least 7, if not almost 8 years. So this one is a decay, this one is a fingering, but I will hold this double. And I think I will, yeah, it will fix my problem, you know, of finishing this garment. I actually wanted so bad the original colors of the project, but I said, you know what, I will for the moment do this in these colors, and if in time I want to make this vest again, I will then try to match the colors, the original colors from the pattern. So this is my 3rd project on my needles. Now let me show you my 4th one. Just, I need to throw this somewhere. Okay, my 4th project on my needles. It is another self-drafted cardigan. If you remember, if you saw one of my previous episodes, I self-drafted garter stitch sweater for me with saddle shoulders, which I adore. I love to wear the sweater. I love how it looks on my body. I love the size I've made. The positive is the length I have on each part of it. I adore. And I don't know if you remember that I've said at some point I would love to make a cardigan version. And I started even sooner than I thought about it, because on February 4th, that was my birthday. And I received from my wonderful neighbors and friends some money, which I was like, what? And exactly at that time, Rauma Garn came out with the most beautiful, or one of the most beautiful, because there are others too, and softest yarns. And this new yarn, it is called Lune Merino. And if you have used Cardiff Cashmere Classic, this has nothing to be ashamed of. It's actually also a 25 grams ball. It has the same meterage. The only difference is that it's not cashmere, obviously, but it feels like, and it's a little bit thinner. So this is recommended to be worked with needles in between 2.5 and actually 3.5 millimeter needles. With the money I got from my neighbors as a birthday present, I got myself 11 balls of this beauty. This is not in the more affordable level or budget-friendly yarn. This is like a bit more of €9 per ball. Maybe 9.2, 9.3. I don't remember exactly. It's somewhere. Compared to the Cardiff Cashmere Classic, which here in Norway, it's a little bit more than €20 per ball. This is, for me, more budget friendly, but still a bit over my budget. However, I said, okay, it's a birthday present, right? So I might as well make myself a beautiful birthday present. They came out only with 16 colors, and I love all the browns they have. I love them, but I have knit with so much brown lately that I felt I need a break. And maybe at some point, if I can afford another sweater or cardigan quantity, I will pick up one of the browns. I don't like the pink they have, the baby blue they have, and I think there is another one that it's not my type of color. But they have a beautiful green, which is more like a, I will dare to say it's more like a matcha green, or in between matcha and apple green. They have, I think, something yellow, they have beige cream, anyway. And they had this. And I have a dress from Not Perfect Linen that it's not in the same, it's a check dress. It's the one of the checks are not in this color, but it's quite close. And I thought, you know what, I would love to make a cardigan for that specific dress. So as I've said, I self-drafted myself a cardigan. Of course, I'm not quite in the middle of the row, but close enough. And here I am. I love this, considering that this is a top-down saddle shoulder mixed with raglan increases. I could not try this on until I separated the sleeves from the body. Now, after working a few centimeters on the body, I went to make the first sleeve. I already realized that my 11 balls of yarn won't be enough because I only have these 4 and this one. And for one sleeve, I didn't use 2 balls, but I think 1.5 at least. So I need 1.5 at least for the second sleeve, and I am not even at half of the body length. Plus I want to make a double knitted hem, plus I want to make double knitted bottom bands. So my plan is today, if I go to the center in Bergen where I got the yarn, to buy 2 more balls, and maybe I will have enough. We shall see. But I love this. This is my mindless project at this point. And it will also be my car project. I love it. I love how the sleeve turned out. Again, this is a color that is catching every bit of hair and dust, and everything is visible on it. But I love it anyway. But I know I will spend time picking up everything on it. Yeah, so if you are interested in this type of extremely soft yarn, but you cannot afford Cardiff cashmere, maybe this will be a nice alternative for you. I know for me it is still over my budget, to be honest, but yeah. So this was my 1, 2, 3, third project. No, fourth. Let's keep going, guys, because I hit the microphone. I have more to show you. Now, let's continue with the big ones. I still have on my needles the Argyll pullover by Martin Story. I finished the back, and I am just maybe 7 rows of starting the decreases for the front. I'm not going into this project too much. I'm using, I think, 3.25 millimeter needles. It's by pieces. It's this beautiful color work, and I'm using Rowan finial. Yeah, so that's my 5th project on the needle. My 6th project on the needle, number 6, it's a self-drafted vest with leftover yarns. And I'm not sure if this is my size, but I think it will be. I hope so. I'm working this project using 2.5 millimeter needles. And my main color is alpaca, mini alpaca from Sandnes. And this is the color 2355. And this is sitting in my stash for years. I'm not sure I have enough, but I have. This is a fingering, and I know at some point, I don't know what I have done, because I pulled together 2 balls. So I need to go through that ball and separate again the strands, which will be a nightmare, but it is what it is. As a contrasting color, I'm using some goat mohair that is sitting in my stash since 2017. It's a hand dyed. It was a gradient that I got from Etsy from a seller that I don't even know from what country or the name of the seller. And I just want to try to figure out where I have the yarn. No, it's not this. I think it's this one. Yes. So it looks like this. I only put 3 colors and I just have to figure out which one will be next. I have all the bits and bobs. I don't have all the colors anymore. I know I had a green and this peach that I just have this, and I know I had a purple, but I just, yeah, I guess I've used them at some point. So this is a goat mohair. It's very interesting. I like more than the silk mohair, to be honest. And yeah, I'm doing this vest because I have to do something with this yarn. And I had a couple of trial and errors because initially I thought I will do something else, but in the end I decided to make this star that you can find it all on quilted projects, I think. And this is from another book that is called 200 Fair Isle Designs by also Mary Jane Mucklestone. And this is the motif from the page. Oh, let me just try to find out because I don't even remember. Just in case you have this book. Okay. This is from page 166 and it's the motif number 176. This one, which is very beautiful in more colors, but I decided to make it in one color. And this is 13 rows and 16 stitches repeats. And I'm very happy with it. I love these books. I love these books, and they give me the opportunity to use them and to make really, really beautiful projects. Yeah, so I'm hoping to make more progress on this. I think I have to work at least another 2 motif repeats in high. So then I can measure again and decide if I have enough to split and to work separately the back and the front. It's again a bottom up. It's a folded, I've learned my lesson. It's a folded hem that I've made, and I think this color, it is just amazing. So this is the project number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this 5? Yeah, I think it's 5 if I'm mistaken. No, it's 6. Project number 6. Now project number, where to put them? Project number 7. It is a self-drafted, what's happening here? Sweater that I will turn out into a vest because mentally I'm not there to write this as a sweater yet. So if you have been on this channel before, you know that I've made a self-drafted cable sweater for me last year, and I wanted to write it again because I lost all the instructions, and I've started to do this, but lately I thought I want to make this a vest, and maybe at some point I will go back and make it a sweater, but for the moment this will be a vest. This is I'm working at the back already, and this is made in Isayer Jensen. It's a very rich, wonderful brown color, which I adore, to be honest. And I'm using 3.5 millimeter needles, and as you can see, again, it is a bottom up. I am I know not everybody is feeling comfortable working bottom-up knitting projects, but in my opinion, the bottom-up construction is the one that fits the best our bodies, because you have the possibility to do more shaping according to your upper part of the body, which is so important, right? So this will become a vest. So I said this is project number 7, I think. I think. Now project number 8, it is also a vest that I plan to turn into a cardigan, but this morning, thinking, oh my god, how many projects I have, I decided to make it a vest as the original, because my decision to make it a cardigan was just because I did not want to have leftover yarns, but I will, because I'm not going to make this into a cardigan. And the main reason, and I will put a picture on the screen, is that I already have a cardigan cabled in this color, similar color. So I don't want 2 cardigans in the same color, right, the same color. So I don't remember the name of the pattern, but I will put it on the screen and link it below. This is a vest by Thea Coleman. It's a more recent project that she launched. And it's again a bottom up. I will decrease differently than the pattern explains, just because this vest is not shaped as I like. So I like more shaping here. I don't want that the how do you say, the I don't want the ribbing on the opening arm to fall off my shoulder. So yeah, and I am making this in this gorgeous yarn that I got last year in the summer from Denmark. This is the yellow wool spinnery triple, and it's a yarn that Petite Knit is I think she designed a couple of projects with this yarn. It is a wonderful yarn. I love the feeling of it. What I don't like at this moment, I don't want to make more heavy garments. I have enough. I want light cardigans. I want light sweaters. I want vests and everything that needs to be worked with more than 4 millimeters, even 4 millimeters. It feels too much for me at this point. So here again, I am just, I think, maybe 7 centimeters before starting to work the fronts and the backs separately. And I cannot wait to finish this, because now it seems more appealing as a project for me, because I took the decision to make it a vest. Yeah. So this is the project number 8, right? Okay, project number 9 is a project that I started last year in the summer, and I would love to come back at this project. Yeah, I just need to find it. Okay, it's not this. Maybe it's this one. It's a summer cardigan. It is called the Bonboncardi by Knit Cafe, or what is the name? Mir Knits. And I started this in the summer last year, and just up to here. It is a top-down drop shoulder, and it features this beautiful flower lace motif. And I'm using this gorgeous color from Knitting for Olive. This is the cotton merino, and this is the powder. I think. Yes. And I want to make this. I want to finish this. So this is the project number 9 on my needles. I don't remember what size I am doing, 2 or 3. I just have to, yeah, once I get back to it, I just have to check the info and my stitches and how many rows. I hope yeah, I don't know if I wrote here where I am. I don't know. Yeah, we will cross the bridge when we will reach the bridge. So this is the project number 9. I already lost the numbers, you know. Now, I have another project that I'm knitting with my knitting Romanian friends, which I'm so happy that we have our group and our community, and oh, I love it. This oaf is actually O in English, but I said it in my language. Let's see. I don't even remember the name of this pattern. I will leave them on the floor because what is the name of the pattern? Okay, so this is the Mili cardigan by Irene, and this is top down raglan with a deep v-neck, not short, not 3/4 sleeves. I will put a picture on the screen. And I'm doing size 3, and I am using Knitting for Olive Merino in Dusty Banana that I got a few months ago. I have 7 balls, and I've done the first 20 rows, which is not that much. My knitting friends, they are already splitting for the body, but that's okay. I will catch up them. It's wonderful. It's a little bit tricky the first few rows just to figure out the rhythm of the pattern and the stitches, but it's not difficult at all until now. So I'm using 3.5 millimeter needles. The recommendation is, I don't remember exactly, something from Cardiff, but you know, if you have been here before, you know that I don't gauge swatch and I don't care what yarn they are used in the patterns. I know my numbers and I will work according to the numbers they work for me. Okay, let's think about it. If I have another big project, yes, I have. So I got yarn for one of the projects that I wanted to cast on for a long time, and the yarn was the one that was keeping me from casting on this project because I didn't know exactly what yarn to use. I mean, it's a Marie Wallin project from the book Wildwood, and this is expensive. Oh boy, it's almost 50 euros, and I think this is the only pattern I will make, or maybe the mittens. I will see, but yeah, it is the only way to get the pattern. Now, I always admire her yarn brand that is called the British Breeds. I love the colors. I love, yeah, they're very, very, very special colors, and I think they're stunning for color work. But her yarns are far, far away from what I can afford to buy to make a cardigan. I decided when got the yarns to make size 3. Now that I started and I saw the measurements, actual measurements of the garment, I decided to make size 2. because if I'm doing size 3, it will give me like 8 centimeters of positive ease, which I don't want. Now, of course, I will put a picture on the screen. This is the cardigan. I tried my best to match the colors, and I'm sure they are not identical, but they are as close as possible. Now, initially, I was debating if I should buy Reuma Finul because it would have been one of the yarns that will work for this project. But unless I reach the mill of Reuma to see all the colors they have and the heated one, I don't want solid. Some of the Reuma Finul colors, they are too bright for my taste, they feel like too much. And don't get me wrong, Aroma Finul, it is definitely a favorite in my favorites ones. I have so many garments done with this yarn, including this Bonboncardi from, the pattern is from Andrea Mori. Anyway, I tried to match the colors as possible. So I went with Jamieson and Smith. And this is my basket for this project. And this is the progress I've made so far at the back of this cardigan. So this is a knit by piece garment, bottom up. I'm not scared about it. I already feel like all of my projects lately have been bottom up, and a lot of them color work and a couple back and forth. So far, so good. So with this first Malin project, Marie Wallin project for me, I feel like it would have been extremely stressful to change the colors. And I don't want that. I like also the green version she has. And maybe if this turns out how I am envisioning, because I will make some modification as always, maybe next time I will be brave enough and smart enough to change the colors and to make another version, of course, in different shades. Now I'm going for what I have, and I'm very happy. I am sure it will turn out wonderful no matter what. So why to stress and change the colors? Because I like these colors, are in my favorites. So this one, when working with it, it's looking more creamy than this stone color that it should be. But anyway, and then I have the mix that I consider eau de Nil, and this one Stowe is actually raw in her palette color, and this another mix which I am considering Quincy, and this one I am considering Russet or Russet, and this is the chestnut for me and this is the wood for me, and this is the dark apple, and this is the lime, and so on. I love this so far. Yes, I have to start to, already wave these ends, because otherwise it will be just a nightmare. I'm very, very excited with this project. I will love to work more on this, but I also have to finish more projects, right? Okay, I'm doing this on 3.5 millimeter needles, and here is the book. Now I have another project on my needles that was actually a finished object for last summer, and this one I test knitted for Knitonomy, and this is the I don't remember the name. I will put it on the screen. It's a T, but don't remember the name. And I've made a size without positive ease. Actually, I will dare to say that this has a little bit of negative ease. Now, it's super okay. What is not super okay is that because having negative ease, when I put it on me, part of the length of the body, I am losing it on my bust. And I have another ball of yarn from this project, and I started to pick up stitches and at the same time unravel this hem so I can add more length in this cable section, and then I will work again the hem a little bit longer, and this way I hope it will work better. It works anyway because I'm wearing it over a sleeveless dresses, but it's rising, and I'm looking weird because I'm not 15 years old. I'm not 20 years old, you know. So to see a grown up woman in her 40s with something that looked like this, you know, it's not, yeah, it's not great. So for my own peace of mind and for me to be able to wear this spring or summer, even if this yarn, Marilyn from Isair, it's nothing summer friendly because it's wool, but I can wear it here in Norway. It's friendly, it's summer friendly for Norway, but not for Romania, for example. Yeah, so I have to fix this because I want to wear this, and I think it's a very beautiful project, and because I have the leftover ball, it's perfect to do this. Now I have another two projects I want to talk about, and these are hold your breath because you need to hold your breath. Again, if you have been on this channel before, you know I don't need socks, although I should because I live here in this climate and I need them. My mother needs them. But for the life of me, if I am capable to finish the second sock, and no knitting two at a time, it's not even a small possibility for me. I don't like that thing. Now, look at this. I have a sock. And more important, this is a pattern from a Romanian designer. I love it. This heel, don't ask me what it's called because I have no idea. Maybe on my next episode, if this will be finished, I can give you more details. I had so much joy knowing that I just got my first ever knitting pattern in my own language. It was an joy explosion for me. It was wonderful. I just cannot describe. And just because of that, I decided to support this wonderful person who is doing wonderful things in the town she is living in Romania and for the knitting community. And I hope more and more and more discover her and join her because she's doing all kind of classes and knitting cafes and all kind of projects. She's wonderful. She's also dyeing yarn. She's wonderful, wonderful. And I've done one sock. I just have to Kitchener stitch this, but I was on holiday break, and yeah, I was not in the mood to do this. And now I am working at my second sock, and oh boy, I have to finish this. The yarn I am using is a stash bust because I didn't even realize that in my old stash I also have sock yarns, But actually I was using this for children garments because this is Sisu from Sannesgarn, and this is, let me see, 80% wool and 20% nylon. So I was using a lot this yarn because it was much easier for photographers to take care of the garments using this yarn and to wash it at a washing machine without being afraid that they will ruin it. And I have a lot of leftover balls in my stash in different colors, so I hope to overcome my second sock syndrome and to make more socks. This will not turn out in a sock knitting podcast because I don't know how much I can talk about a sock. It's a sock. Okay, so I hope to finish this. And along with this, my husband just got me yesterday some knitting needles in 2.5, these shorties, because this is the only one I can use for my socks. I cannot use magic loop. I cannot work socks on double pointed needles. It's not working for me. So I'm very good with the shorties. And I have another pair of socks that I test knitted actually last year for Knitonomy. And I finished one in, I think, September last year. And also September last year, I started another one. And it's at this point because I took out the needles for the other one. So now I have needles for this one too. This is the same stitch as this on this tee. So I'm hoping to finish this second sock soon, just to take it off my needles. This is the Bloomfield socks by Knitonomy or Magdalena Parker, and the other one is the Bloomfield round neck tee. Now I remember. For these socks, I'm using a yarn that Hillesvåg launched last year, the Norwegian producer, and it's called Fiere. I have to say I don't enjoy that much working with this yarn. I don't know the content, but it's like 75 wool and 25 polyamide or nylon, or I don't know, maybe 80 wool and 20 nylon, something like that. I don't like the feeling. I feel like I'm knitting with acrylic. Yeah, it's not, I enjoy more the Sisu from Sannesgarn, but that doesn't mean it's not a very good yarn. It is a very good yarn, but yeah, I just don't like the feeling. So I hope I will be finishing these two soon because it's just unbelievable. I have more things, guys. I have older projects that I need to take out of my needles. I started a pair of mittens 3 years ago, and I am at this point. And I've made one. I should do the thumb for this one. And I started the second one, and I think I need to, decrease. And I'm using two strands together, and one is Angora from Katia. This is a Spanish producer. And this one is a lace alpaca, I think from Lanagato. These two are having years in my stash. I mean, since I was living in Romania. I don't know, 7, 8 years. Long time. So maybe I don't have that much. Why I didn't finish this? Why this is sitting like here? So I have lots of this type of projects. And then I found out, I don't remember when I started this. I just don't remember. I have to see. I have two bonnets that I started in Angora. This is the pure Angora from Gallery Yarns. And this one, I lost the stitches. This is a bubble one, a bubble hat. And my friend is a Romanian photographer who's she lives in UK. And I just sent her, I think in January, I sent her a package with baby knits. And I have to finish this for her. And I hope to do this very soon, because it's a shame, and I don't use this Angora anymore unless I'm doing something for photographers, which I don't, only for my friends. So yeah, it will be nice just to look what I have here. Yeah, and I have to finish this one too. And I have needles. My lord, I have, I think, two pair of 40 centimeters 4 millimeter needles. Yeah, so I have this, but I also have, this is crazy, I need to do something because I just cannot stand this anymore. I also have another pixie hat that I'm doing for my friend. This needs to be finished. And I have a sweater for children. I will show you in a minute. That I also need to finish. For this one, I want to write the instructions in my language. This is a two-color. I actually started to make years ago the sleeves as a bottom-up construction, but I decided to change it and to make the body bottom-up. This is a very small size. It's for like 6 months old, 3 to 6. I decided to make it bottom up, the body, to work the fronts and the back separately, and then to sew at the shoulder, and then to pick up stitches and make the sleeves in the round, because it feels too much, you know, to make it also with the sleeves bottom up for children. So I have to finish this one too, because yeah, this is everything I have on my needles. As I said, when I'm stressed, I cast on things, not because I want to make new things. It's because this process of a new project and the overthinking of the new project is something that helps me to feel myself grounded, you know, not grounded, to solve my thoughts and to organize them and to level my anxiety and to, yeah, things like that. So from now on, I will go back to you at the end of every week to make you an update. I don't have plans to cast on something new unless it's a stockinette sock. after I finishing this, just to have it as a side project, because all the others are very time consuming, and they are not mindless projects. So I think it will be nice to also have something easy on the go, but I'm not planning to cast on other projects. I am planning to do an update every week, and maybe I will feel motivated by you watching my videos to go down with my projects, to have them finished, to have them off my needles, and this mess here to disappear, because it's not stressful just to it's not just stressful to have so many projects. It's also the fact that I don't have where to put them. Look, I'm sitting here with bags and baskets, and because I don't have a special room, I don't have special furniture that I can use for them. I just have this corner in our bedroom, which is always a mess, and that's something that needs to stop. So I will take advantage on me doing these videos, and hopefully you will watch this and send me a little bit of encouragement to finish this, because as much as we enjoy knitting, having 20 projects on the needles, I don't think it's motivating us to finish them. Yeah, I don't want to unravel them, because I still like them and want them, and I like the colors, I like my choices, so I want to finish them. So that's why I showed you everything, because I won't unravel something. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know how long this has been, but I just wanted this episode to feel like a fresh start for me, a fresh comeback, and a fresh, let's say, how do you say, plan of how to help myself to have not so many waves on my needles. I hope you had a wonderful Easter. We will celebrate again Easter tomorrow. Last week it was the Easter here in Norway. And if I forgot to say, today it is Saturday, 11th of April. So I hope you are well in your part of the world. I am thinking about you and all of you who are in difficult positions now. And I am hoping we as humans to find ways to overcome this, but not in a violent and in a negative way. So sending all my warm thoughts to you and your families, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, please take care, and happy knitting. Bye.